You might think you've seen everything there is to see about Bluey by now.
Of course!
And you're probably convinced you've spotted all the references in the show. But have you really paid that much attention to the episodes and caught all the nods to other cartoons hidden in the Heeler family's house? Of course, the two most famous children's shows today would have some cross-references. After all, the cultures of their respective countries of origin, England and Australia, share quite a bit of history. Peppa Pig makes a few appearances in Bluey. First in the episode Bedroom, when the Heeler sisters are dividing their stuffed animals, then again in the minisode Butlers, where Peppa is shown with a jetpack, and once more in the minisode Next Door, when Honey gets out of bed and we can spot a piglet in the picture frame. Pretty cool, right? Today, we're gonna check out scenes like these and so much more in 24 references you probably never noticed in Bluey. Get ready, grab your popcorn, because another episode of Cinewave is about to begin. Remember the episode Mini Bluey when Bandit and Chili wished there was a second bingo and the Heeler sisters decided to impersonate each other for fun? There's a pretty cool reference to Sonic the Hedgehog in this episode. Let's take a closer look. While Bluey is teaching Bingo how to act like her, some of Bingo's toys are scattered on the floor. Among them, Bluey picks up a blue hedgehog toy. Are you a fan of cars featuring Lightning McQueen? Well, it looks like Bluey might be a Speedster fan too. In the episode where Bandit has to bake a duck-shaped cake for Bingo's birthday, there's a small detail in the kitchen. Tucked in the corner, you can spot a red toy car with eyes. And let's be real, there's only one character that fits this description. It's undoubtedly Lightning McQueen. It's such a quick moment, you might have missed it entirely. Have you ever played Among Us, that game where there's an imposter among the crew? If you were the imposter, your goal was to lie to your teammates, get them to eject the wrong person, and eliminate the rest while sneaking around the spaceship. This game went viral a few years ago and makes an appearance in Bluey. In the episode, The Quiet Game, there's a scene where Bluey and Bingo are acting out a charade for Bandit to guess what toy Muffin wants as a gift. Check out the poster in the background. Also, in the episode Bedroom, you can spot an Among Us crewmate toy among Bingo's other toys when Bandit is walking out of the scene. Back to the Quiet Game episode, at the same exact moment as the Among Us Easter egg, there's another subtle reference just behind Bluey. On the shelves, you'll notice a truck and a robot. This is clearly a nod to Optimus Prime, the leader of the Autobots in the Transformers series. Of course, we couldn't skip the biggest reference in this episode, which is the lovely homage to My Little Pony. It's the toy Muffin wants for her birthday gift. This one you've probably heard everyone talk about, but it's so cute and iconic that it's impossible not to mention again. In the episode Fairy Tale, Chili is seen dressed as She-Ra, one of the most famous characters from 1980s cartoons with a modern reboot available on Netflix. Do you enjoy dressing up for cosplay? Comment with the hashtag cosplay to tell us your favorite character. Let's not forget that in the same Fairy Tale episode, there's a scene where Bandit and Stripe are playing at the arcade. This is a clear reference to the classic game Final Fight, where players fight enemies while moving through the game's levels. In the minisode Next Door, there are plenty of nods to Harry Potter. In Muffin's room, there's a toy owl on the shelf, which is clearly a reference to Hedwig, the Wizard Boy's loyal companion. On the wall, there's a poster of a castle, undoubtedly Hogwarts, with a wizard flying on a broomstick. Higher up, you can spot a magic wand hanging on display. And last but not least, there's a perfect replica of the Nimbus 2000, the broomstick Harry uses to fly. Remember that toy Bluey uses in the episode Surprise? It's a great callback to the uniforms worn by the soldiers of Frieza's army in Dragon Ball Z. They're equipped with digital scouters and super cool white armor that looks just like the one Bluey plays with. The episode Movies is packed with awesome references in the film posters. Let's break them down. Right as they walk in, there's a poster featuring a dog princess and a floating castle, which is a clear nod to the Super Mario Bros. Games and the iconic Princess Peach. Another poster closely resembles B-Movie from DreamWorks. You might be surprised to realize that one of the best cartoons in the world has self-references within Bluey itself. Yes, the show cleverly nods to its own characters and stories, and we can prove it. For example, in The Quiet Game, when Bandit, Bluey, and Bingo are walking down the street, you can spot a book about Bluey's dream tucked in the corner of the frame. In another moment, during episode 45 of season 1, there's a board game toy whose packaging features a blue heeler dog just like the protagonist. The game's setting is even a house identical to Bluey's own home. If that wasn't enough, in episode 42 of season 3, while Bandit takes Bluey and Bingo on a car trip to a surf shop, an electrical box appears featuring illustrations of characters that look strikingly similar to the Heeler sisters. Interestingly, in the real world, there's a place in Brisbane, the city where the show is set, that matches the location shown in the episode perfectly. This implies that the Healer sisters are famous even within their own universe. If everything the light touches is part of our kingdom, then Bluey's world also belongs to the Lion King. Have you ever noticed the nod to Mufasa, Simba's father, in the Healer Pup show? In the episode Bob Bilby, when Bingo takes the class puppet home, you can spot a long dog, a common Easter egg in Bluey, in the corner of the screen. This long dog is positioned just like Mufasa on Pride Rock during the opening scene of The Lion King. It's clearly intentional, as there's even a painting of a dog in the background mimicking the same pose. Interestingly, there's another similar reference in episode 43 of season 2, but this time it's more direct. In the living room, you'll spot a lion plushie in the iconic kingly pose on top of a group of other animal plushies, recreating the opening scene of The Lion King, where Simba is introduced to the animal kingdom. In the same scene, you can also spot one of the toads, those mushroom-like characters from Mario. This is a double Easter egg because Sonic and Mario are iconic video game rivals that often reference each other. Now, one place where there's absolutely no rivalry is right here on our channel. Everyone is welcome to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Go ahead and do it, and join our amazing community. In the scene following the previous reference, we see Chili next to a penguin holding a magic star wand and wearing a crown. Penguins are known to live in icy climates, right? This is a clear Easter egg from the show Adventure Time, referencing the Ice King and his penguin companions. In the same scene, you can spot a teapot in the background that unmistakably resembles Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast. Bluey herself is a reference, as the spots on her back form an almost perfect likeness of Mickey Mouse, Disney's iconic mascot. This is fitting, as Disney is the distributor of Bluey worldwide. As mentioned earlier, the Healer sisters' toys are packed with references, and episode 48 of season 2 is no exception. This episode's opening scene is filled with hidden gems. In the bedroom, you can once again spot Sonic and Toad. Hanging on the wall is a star-shaped squirrel with the letter M, which closely resembles the emblem on Mario's iconic hat. Wahoo! In this scene, you can spot a Pokemon Easter egg when the massive Torterra makes a subtle appearance in the corner of the screen. In the dialogue of the same scene, Bluey mentions 3 iconic references. A teddy bear. She asks for a teddy bear, a timeless toy beloved by kids and nostalgic for many parents today. A Starlight unicorn. This is a direct nod to Starlight Glimmer, a beloved character from the 4th generation of My Little Pony. A rainbow bear. This is a reference to the Care Bears, a hugely popular show since the 1980s, known for its colorful bears and heartwarming themes. In the same scene, near Bingo, you can spot a green baby dragon toy, which is clearly inspired by Spike from My Little Pony. In the corner of the screen, there's a cactus disguised as a Mexican figure. This is actually a clever nod to Togemon, the cactus-like Digimon from the 1st generation of Digimon. A little further into the same episode, among the pile of toys, there's a bird dressed as Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb. There's a scene featuring Grandpa Mort that is a fantastic homage to The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. When Chili's dad takes the girls to hide in the forest, they huddle together in the shadow of a tree while Chili searches for them. This mirrors the iconic moment when the hobbits hide from the Nazgul in the woods, crouched under the roots of a large tree. Did you know all these references? We bet you probably missed at least half of these Easter eggs. But don't worry, you can stick with us to uncover even more Bluey secrets. Until then, we've picked out 2 fun videos for you to enjoy. See you in the next one.